Hello and welcome to Nerd Conquest Coalition. I'm Nate and behind the camera as always is Vern. Say hi, Vern.
Now on this one, let's not do any sentence enhancers.
It's my flavor and I'll add it if I want to. So, it's still E3 time. As with the last video, I did the positives of that. With this one, I'm going to do, well, not so much the negatives, but more the things I'm just not that interested in. Okay, there's a few negatives in there, but I'll try to be brief on them. First thing is the Psychonauts VR thing. I am not interested in that, and it's not because of the VR, it's because, did anyone remember how Tim treated us last time he was at an awards place with his little puppet action? Why are we supporting this guy? He makes money off of nerds and then decides to insult them and then brings out another little game that, hey, give me more money. No, I'm not going to support him, so forget that thing. And not to mention the whole, VR thing looks like a tech demo that I just don't care. There are good VR things out there. Resident Evil 7, let's go with that. Another thing is the awkwardness that was that Blood Dragon thing. Blood Dragon was the expansion with the Far Cry 3, and it was all 80s, and everything was neon. It was really interesting because they really spoofed the 80s action sci-fi stuff. Well, these two guys come out, and they have like wrestling themes going on. They're just hooping and hollering as they come down the way. One of them reaches out and rubs the hair of one of the audience members who did not look like he appreciated that at all. And then they introduce the Blood Dragon game that they're coming out with, and it's a runner. That's all it is. It's just, go down the ramp in your little Jeep or whatever vehicle it is that you're going to have at that time and jump over obstacles. No, I want a first-person shooter. I want a full Blood Dragon game. I don't want this. So, yeah, not interested with that. They're going to go ahead and have another Skylanders game. The Disney, they figured it out. It's over. The fad's done. We don't need another one. Skylanders apparently hasn't figured this out and decided to bring out another one and decided to team up with Crash Bandicoot. Now, the Crash Bandicoot remasters, okay. Crash Bandicoot and Skylanders, not so much. But then they go and show this thing of where it's drawings that become Skylanders. Now, if that is legitimate, if you can draw something and then it comes into the game, I will rethink my stance on this thing. Because I will test that bugger out and go ahead and draw some crazy stuff and, try to make that game do it. But if it's not, if it's something that you actually have to go and, have slides of the characters and you have to pay for that, nah, forget it. Skylanders is, and it's not a very good game to begin with, let's just be perfectly honest. Steep, that thing at the end of the Ubisoft conference where it's basically bland SSX. Okay, so snowboarding as a game, it can be fun. The SSX series has shown that. It's interesting. But this looks like it's more trying to be to real life. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of humor, and that culture has a sense of humor, but really this looks like rich white folk the game, because who else is going to pay to get a helicopter up to the top of the mountain so they can go down the mountain, even if it is, nice and fast and dangerous, adrenaline rush. Just, no thanks. Not going to get that one. Scalebound. Now, I don't have an Xbox, as I said in the last video, however, if I had an Xbox, if someone decided, hey, Merry Christmas, here's an Xbox, I would not get Scalebound because, my goodness, the main character seems like a douchebag. I know some people are trying to go and, compare him to Dante. Dante was, and I'm talking old school Dante, not new school Dante. But anyway, no, he's not. He hasn't got the charisma to be a Dante cool character. He just seems like a douchebag. He was shouting out just obvious things, go for the hard, do this, do that. There was just nothing exciting about that. Yeah, the boss was big and huge, but you know what? God of War is here, and I think he'll probably go and take care of the huge boss thing. As far as the team up with a giant dragon, I mean, yeah, cool idea, but if you just can't get into the character, that dragon's gonna be like the most charismatic thing there, and that's just sad. Now, this isn't so much that the game is a bad thing, Mass Effect. It's just that they didn't have as much information as I'd wanted. They did reveal a little bit. They kind of showed two characters, and that was cool. They didn't really show the weapons. They didn't show much of the fighting. kind of like one thing charging while they were shooting at it. But it's going to use the same engine as Dragon Age 3. The characters are looking like that. Now that's going to take a little getting used to, but I'm down. I got used to Dragon Age 3 and I love it. But I wanted more information. You know, they're saying that they might go ahead and bring out some more information later, but when, what show, I want to know, because this is a Mass Effect is important to me. I want to know when more of it's going to be revealed. But still, what they did have, loved it. Please more. Prey. Okay, so the new thing does look interesting. It's got a kind of a good horror feel to it, but Prey 2, when it was first announced that they were going to do that, you were going to be a bounty hunter on an alien world, and it was very cyberpunk-esque kind of thing going on there. That's awesome. Why can't we have that? What made it go be this thing where the dude's on this experimental craft and it's all this mind trick stuff? The alien monster thing is some shadow creature that looks like straight out of Princess Mononoke. I'm just saying that you've missed your opportunity for a really good game that people would have bought. But and also, if Duke Nukem's showing us anything, things caught in development limbo for a long time don't always turn out right. So, lastly would be the Detroit Being Human thing. Okay, David Cage's games are kind of hit or miss for a lot of people. They're gorgeous. They do have great graphics. They have emotion, you know, but the content of the stories, yeah, they're controversial sometimes, let's just say that. This Detroit Being Human thing, it seems like it's going to be more the same. Yeah, I don't really want to go down that road again. Beyond Two Souls was just, I couldn't finish it. It wasn't enjoyable for me. I don't want to play a game and feel depressed. You know, that's not what I'm playing games for. I want to play a game and enjoy myself. That includes, you know, being scared out of my wits with a scary game or just having a fun time with an action game. But depression is not on the list of things I want in my video games. But, you know, it could be good. We'll have to see. This was just, you know, a little snippet. But, yeah, I don't know. So, really not a whole lot of negativity to say about the E3 in general. I mean, there was that dance number, but I'm harping on that too much. So, good overall E3. Last video showed the positive stuff, and there's plenty of that, and there's more stuff that I could talk about positive-wise. It's going to be a busy year for the end of this year and the beginning of next year. It's going to be real busy, and I'll be playing a lot of games. And hopefully I'll be able to get at all the ones I want to do. If not, I'll just have to stretch them out through the rest of the year because they have given me a full plate. Hope you enjoy too.
And something to talk about.
This is true. A lot of people will be talking about a lot of this, I'm sure. Anywho, this has been Nate from Nerd Conquest Coalition, and behind the camera as always is Vern. Say bye, Vern.
Goodbye.
And remember, be nerd, be proud.